Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So not too long ago, I tried out the Collective Cosmetics for the first time, and I of course fell in love with their products. I tried out their Moon Twin eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. I will have the video linked up above if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, I totally fell in love with the products, and I followed them on Instagram, of course, and I kind of knew that I was going to purchase from them again. I just hadn't decided if I was going to end up picking up the other palette they already had out, or maybe kind of explore some of their singles. Well, they took the guesswork out of that for me. Not too long after I posted this video, they posted an Instagram photo about a new subscription box that they were going to be starting. And you guys know how much I love subscription boxes. I really loved that one indie brand subscription box that I was doing for a little while because it was like a way to try out different indie products and different components. But I am kind of interested in trying out more brand-based subscription boxes in the future, because especially when it's a brand that sells singles, I kind of feel like it's a nice way to try out maybe colors I wouldn't have picked out for myself, or sometimes when a brand has a lot of singles and I look at their website, I get a little overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. So subscription boxes are definitely something that I love because they pick out the stuff for you. So let me tell you a little bit about the subscription. They do actually offer two different boxes. It's basically two different levels depending on how much product that you want to receive, which is also really nice if you're not really into spending that full amount of money just yet and you want to kind of just test the products out. So there's the first level, which is the Austere box. That one retails for $27 and it comes with 2 eyeshadows and a lip lacquer. The one I got is the Decadence box, which is the full shebang, and that comes with 3 eyeshadows, the lip lacquer, as well as a full-sized highlighter in the really nice compact. And then both of the boxes, no matter which one you get, comes with like a little accessory that ties into the theme for that month. So let's go ahead and get into the box and I'll show you all that kind of stuff and show you what the little accessory is. So the theme for this month's box is Pretty Little Fools, and it's supposed to be inspired by the 1920s. So it's just got these really gorgeous, deep, smoky tones. And the little accessory you get is a fun little string of costume pearls. So I'll put those on. So let me show you the shadows. They did each come in a little envelope, but I've got them in my Z palette right now. And I will mention, I put it on my Instagram stories, but like everything was super safely packed and wrapped. Like I didn't have to worry about anything being broken or shattered. It was really nicely packed. So these are the 3 eyeshadows that you get. So this one right here is one that they sell currently on their website, but these other 2, the gold and the kind of pinkish shade, are exclusive to the box. So with the box that I got all 3, but if you had purchased the Austere box, you would have only gotten the bottom 2, so you'd be missing out on the gold. So not only do you miss out on the highlighter, but you miss out on one of the custom shadows. So that's just kind of the difference between the base level box and the overall box. The lip lacquer is this really, really deep, kind of like blackish red. So you can kind of sheer it out, or you can layer it and make it a bit more vampy. So that's really pretty. May as well swatch this on the back of my hand while I'm at it. All right, so I just put a couple real quick swatches of the eyeshadows on my hand as well. So you can see the gold right here. This shade right here, it looked really purple in the pan, but it's actually a black base with purple glitter. And then you have this really beautiful pinky mauve matte color. So those are super pretty. That gold is intense, very shimmery. That's gonna be really pretty on the lids. And last but not least is the highlighter. So this is what their packaging looks like. You can see their logo there. It's a really beautiful matte black compact, very nice and sturdy. This is in the shade Rockefeller. So you can see it's got a really gorgeous shift to it. So it says it's a mauve highlighter with a blinding teal shift. I'm trying to see if you can get, I definitely see the teal coming up. I'll take a swatch. So wow, you can see that kind of blinding. All right, so I'm going to come up with a look real quick and then I'll show you guys how to do it. All right, so we're going dark and smoky, and I'm wearing the biggest pair of eyelashes I've ever put on my face. I'm still trying to get used to it. All right, so I have left my primer a little bit tacky. It's not too tacky, but just a little bit. And I'm gonna take a dense blending brush and go straight into this pink shade, which is called Cotton Club. And I'm just running this through the crease, nice and rounded. I'm also gonna go ahead and lay down some of that color on the inner and outer portion of the eye. I really love this color. Quite honestly, The thing I really like about all three of these shades so far is that I could see myself just putting any of these just all over the lid, like a one and done shadow, and I'd be happy. Especially this one, this pink shade is gorgeous. I'm just gonna use this really fluffy brush softly to just diffuse the outer portion. Okay, next up I'm going into the shade Night. This does have some fallout to it. I mean, it's just really a deep black shade, but it's got glitter. And since my face is already done, I'm going to spray it with setting spray, but I don't really think you need to. It's really just because I want to avoid fallout. And I'm just gonna pat this on the inner and outer portion of the lid for my halo eye. And then just with a little bit of whatever product's left, I'm gonna connect the two. And then with a teeny tiny blending brush, I'm just going to blend that purple shade into the pink one. Now, I really would have loved just to put this deep purple night shade all over the lid with the pink in the crease. Like, I think that would have looked really pretty. But I really wanted to use the gold for you guys, so I made sure I added that as a little pop in the center. And then I'm gonna go back in with the first brush into the pink shade and just soften that crease. And then I'm just gonna do one more little quick pat over the top with the nightshade with the setting spray, just to make sure that it's got the nice impactful glitter on the inner and outer portion of the eye, because the glitter in this shade is stunning. And since I need to clean a whole bunch of brushes right now, I'm just cleaning this flat fluffy brush off with my color switch, and I'm going into the gold shade, which is Queensboro. And I am gonna spray this one. Actually, I'm gonna start out with using this on my finger first. I didn't do this last time, but I do feel like this shade applies better with your finger. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna pop this in the center and spread it out. And then to intensify it, I'm gonna dip a little bit with my brush, spray it with setting spray, and pop it over the top. Jumping down to the lower lash line, I'm going to use the deep purple nightshade to line the inner and outer portion of the lower lash line. And then you guessed it, the center is going to be the gold Queensboro shade. And I am using setting spray to make sure that I can keep the color on the brush and make it as pigmented as possible. And then I'm gonna add the Cotton Club pink shade underneath, and I'm just gonna use that same fluffy brush from earlier, and we're just gonna really blow out this lower lash line. So for the inner corner highlight, I did want to use the Rockefeller highlighter. I just felt like it just didn't look that good. I felt like on the inner corner, it cast too much of like a gray tone. You can kind of see there. I don't think it's too bad. I think maybe my eye was watering when I did it, but I just did a little touch there, and then I jumped into their Moon Twin palette and grabbed the shade Twinkling, which is their purpley, glittery, super sparkly highlighter, and popped that. Because I mean, I'm the kind of person that just loves a really blinding inner corner highlight, so. Okay, I'm just gonna add black pencil in the waterline. I'm gonna do just a thin black line of liquid liner on the top, and then these ginormous lashes. Unfortunately, I don't know what the style is because there's no label on them, but they are from Bombshell Cosmetica. It's part of their Bee Honey collection, and this is what they look like. So yes, they're huge, but I just thought they went really nicely with this really smoky eyes. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back to finish up. All right, we're back, and I did end up switching out the lashes for a different Bombshell Cosmetica lash. Still don't know the name of them because these didn't have the label on them either. Turned out these were both the same lash. Like, it was tapered, you know, from a smaller inner corner to a bigger outer corner, and they both were going the same way. So yeah, I'll probably end up like chopping those up and use them as like bottom accent lashes or something like that. So let's finish off with the highlighter on this cheek. So I'm gonna go into the Rockefeller highlighter that came with the subscription. I already put it on this cheek, and I do think that it's something I can pull off. I don't think it's too, you know, sometimes with these like shifts, they're a little too colorful and they stand out too much. Now I'm being very light-handed and I'm really blending it in. I feel like it's a lot easier to obviously start small and build up. And then I'm just, with the side of the brush, like kind of blending it. But yeah, I do feel like it's a subtle, I'm using it as a subtle highlighter. I feel like it's still pretty and not too out there with the shift. I'm setting a little bit more on the high point of the cheeks. I don't know if I'm gonna like it on the tip of the nose. Let's try a little. Yeah, I don't mind it on the tip of the nose either. All right. And like sometimes if I put a little too much on or if I don't like the tone of it, I'll just take the brush I used for my blush and just kind of lightly buff over it to buff kind of a little bit of the blush on top. I feel like that softens it out, but it is a really pretty highlighter. I'm just, like I said, using it as more of a glow because of that shift on my skin tone. But I think this would be a really gorgeous eyeshadow or to do a really gorgeous look where you want something like that wet, because that's what I love about their highlighters is they look like they're wet when you put them on the skin. Okay, we're done with that. Now let's finish everything up with the lips. So if you were doing a look like this, you obviously could keep it with the really smoky eyes and the neutral glossy lip, but I am going to use everything in the box just like I would with any other subscription. So we're gonna pop on the lip and just have a really vampy look. So this is a lip lacquer. It's meant to be able to be used on the eyes or lips. It has kind of a glossy appearance. Personally, it reminds me of a like creamy gloss. So I'm gonna put a lip liner under it. You could do a liquid lipstick under it. You could put it bare on your lips, however you wanna do it. I'm just gonna do some kind of lip liner because for me with my lips and dark lip colors, I just need a little structure. It helps me. So I'm just using this Merlot color, but you could really do anything. You could go full on black if you really wanted this to lean more on the black side. Okay, so I just very lightly filled them in, and now I'm gonna top it with the lip lacquer in the shade 5 Points. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Definitely very dark and smoky, and it definitely reminds me of the 20s, just kind of with that dark lip. Super beautiful colors. I still can't get over the gorgeous purple sparkle in that dark night shadow. And I think my favorite shadow out of the entire bunch, the three of them, is that pink Cotton Club one, because for me, I can totally see myself just wearing that all over the lid, like to work on a daily basis. It's gorgeous. And I actually really do like the highlighter. I do like that I was able to just make it a subtle glow, and it's really beautiful. And I think that would be really beautiful now that I think about it, paired with the Cotton Club eyeshadow as like an eye look. Yeah, I think that'd be really pretty. So first month subscription from Collective Cosmetics, I'm definitely super happy with. Can't wait to see what they do for next month's theme. I love the whole idea of it being like a theme and having a cute little fun piece of like costume jewelry or an accessory to go with it. So I'm really excited to see what they do for February and of course beyond that. So I'll keep unboxing these for you guys. I'll have the link down below if you want to check them out. And like I said, you can always start with the smaller box if you're not quite sure how you feel about it, but I just figured why not go all in and get the whole thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.